How to measure writer's performance. In this video, we will learn three things. Number one, what stops you from measuring the writer's performance? Number two, why it's important to measure the writer's performance. And number three, how to actually measure it. You can look for the table of contents of this video in the description and comment sections below. From there, you can always skip and jump to different parts of this video. So coming back. What stops you from effectively measuring the writer's performance? Managers usually say that the main hurdle is the excessive time, cost, and appropriate level of skills that are required to go overboard for measuring the writer's performance. Well, that's true, but I will be bitterly truthful here. It's not only that the time and cost matters. You would spend anyway where you think you need to spend. So basically, it's the absence of adequate knowledge about choosing the right technology for measuring the team performance. So, at the back of the mind, the managers would think that instead of wasting all that time and cost in searching and testing out an unknown technology just to see how good a writer is, let's simply opt the one that's popular and affordable. I hope you will also agree to this. The managers could not dig deep down to see whether their business processes and work nature align with the tool or not. The reasons of this approach could be many, like being overloaded with work or not being technical enough, and so on. But choosing a technology based on this approach leads to defective monitoring of the writers. And there is something more than this that's happening behind this approach. Somehow, the writers have bought this widely accepted narrative about KPIs and it has some serious problems. Here are the most critical points of this narrative. Number one, word count is not a KPI to identify the best writers. Number two, hourly monitoring of the writers is the only efficient way to gauge their performance because not every word is born equal. Well, they are correct in their own meanings, but I have a comment here. These are very generic statements and might apply differently from company to company. If you pay close attention, there is one subtle thing that's common to both the statements, directly or indirectly. They both are referring and focusing on measuring performance by using only one KPI. I believe that a writer's performance cannot be measured by one or two KPIs. Rather, it is measured by a combination of several different KPIs. When they are brought together, they all contribute to the investigation of the writer's performance from different perspectives. Comment below and say yes if you think that we need a variety of KPIs to effectively measure the writer's performance. I would love to know your thoughts. I think we need many and well thought KPIs. Now let's see why it's important to measure the writer's performance. So the word here is important. To be specific, today I will be precisely talking about measuring the content performance of those writers who work either for content marketing agencies or enterprise grade level companies. This means that the work environment would be like hundreds of writers sitting under one roof as hired employees and not freelancers. These writers will immense content every year in different forms and serving different niches. So if you can look at this image, you can see that one company produces almost more than 10 different types of contents and they have immense data in these forms. Now multiply this immense content by 10 times for an agency who is producing content for hundreds of such clients each year. These writers are producing a lot of content for hundreds of clients and niches. In this scenario, the content managers or project managers must have access to the strengths and weaknesses of all their writers in a measurable form of data and not hunches. So, you should start measuring your content writer's performance right now if you're not doing it already. But the condition is you must do it by the means of data, not hunches. So you are still not late. You should start measuring the writer's performance by the means of data. This is a very critical point that I have mentioned here, and this I cannot stress that anymore because data is the future. You're working in a digital world where you can record even the mouse hovers of a user and his clicks, which you can compare to a hand gesture in a physical world. You can gather so much data about user experience, campaigns effectiveness via landing page, which images were hovered on by the user while their stay on a gallery page. I mean, there are so many possibilities that you can connect with just mouse hover and clicks. How many of the grocery stores in the world measure hand gestures or eyeball movements of their visitors? Not much. But an e-commerce store, aka online store, can measure, for example, how many products do each of their visitors look at, inspect them, add to them or to their cart, and take out of it or take home. They can also analyze what parts of their store are the most attractive for their customers. And they do it all by using data. They're making the most out of the digital world. My question is, are you, the manager, taking advantage of the digital world to your fullest? I believe in this digital world, if you are not harnessing much data, you are already planning to lose the future. Now, most of the writing is done on digital platforms, and remember, if it's digital, there is data. And if there is data, there are insights you must not miss. You must harness all possible means of collecting data, be it Google Analytics or social media analytics. But remember, you must organize the collected data in a format that's readable for both humans and machines. Now come to the question, the real question. How to actually measure it? What are those tools and technology or methodologies by which you can measure the content performance by means of data and not hunches? Being a manager, what you need to have in order to prioritize your projects based on the real time data analytics you will be getting out from your systems for your teams. So, for example, you have a project for which you have to decide who is the best writer for it, and you have a situation in which you need most creativity, most engagement in a few times. So you cannot rely on your memory. So you must use the data for that. If you're recording all of this information in some format, you will be able to just make a decision in split seconds. There are several ways to measure, but which one is for you depends upon the business objectives, your financial health, data and compliance, and of course, personal preference. So here is our first task management tool that's called Proofhub. I have given the description, link in the description, you can check it out. You can acquire the full features of this product at $100 per month for unlimited users. Here you can create a list of statuses and add different tasks in it. Proofhub calls this feature Content Workflow, which you can view in the list format and organize boards. Moreover, it doesn't support co-authoring, which means that if multiple writers are working on a single document, you cannot really track who did what. This also means that if there is a task that requires writers, designers, and video editors to work on it, you will be handling different workflows and making sense of them separately for each of them. Microsoft Projects. You can acquire the full features of this product at $55 per month for one user. That's a bit expensive, but the price really worth it. You can get all the necessary project management options in this tool you need for managing your writers. Plus, you also get a business intelligence dashboard for decision making. Asana. You can acquire the full features of this product at $31 per month for one user, but you can use its limited features for free as well. The features are quite similar to Microsoft Project, but Asana markets its other features as well, like it provides hundreds of integrations, including a time tracking facility. It's quite a fancy and flexible facility for the managers who manage things on the go in an environment where plans change really quickly. Plus, you also get free unlimited storage and can collaborate with up to 15 teammates for free. Works on both iOS and Android. They also have basic version of Asana for personal or small team task management. Trello. You can acquire the full features of this product at $18 per month for 100 users. This is very cost effective. You can think of Trello as Asana being offered at low rates with higher capacity. Google Sheets. Well, all of the above applications you just saw are really good at managing projects and offer tons of features of collaboration, user management, storage, and security. But they are highly unlikely to be customizable according to your business needs. You have to kind of adjust your team and work environment according to these software applications. But if your work environment isn't changing so frequently, you can go for Google Sheets. It's completely free and 100% customizable according to your business needs. The only limitation is that, like any other software in the world, once your solution is built on Google Sheets, it's very hard to change it later on. Google Analytics and other sources take advantage of analytics provided by social media and Google Analytics. These are great tools for extracting data for your writers, but combining them with the data of any of the task management tools mentioned above is really tough. In fact, the way you organize all your data sources depends upon three things: business operations, content creation processes, and content strategy. Now, we have seen a lot of different ways to measure the writer's performance for agencies. In the upcoming videos, I will show you how you can utilize Google Sheets to effectively measure and manage a writer's performance. Subscribe to my channel and ring the bell if you liked my content. This way, you will be notified with my latest videos. If you have any questions or suggestions, do share them with me below in the comments. I will personally look into them and respond accordingly. I love to hear to you guys. After all, this subject is a huge ocean and no one can swim it alone. We have to do it together. So, in the description, I have given the LinkedIn profile link. You can always get connected with me, uh, and I will just respond to your queries over there as well. See you soon in the coming videos. Take care.